Welcome. This is Crimey Queen. If you are joining us for the first time, this is the channel where we get excited about love. This is where we ignite that which dwells from within us, that which comes alive, makes us smile, makes us laugh. Hence we say the crimson light is life. So the crimson light is our journey to actualizing soulful love. This is where we have fun with words and numbers, numerology to be precise. This is where we are exploring the number 10 right now. We are having fun. We are going back to basics and really understanding what we are made of. How can we become better expressions and versions of who we truly are? Let's look at number 10 a little bit more. Of course, we have looked at Adam because we are of Adam. We are of Adam and Eve. We all have learned this now. No matter what tradition we follow or beliefs or universal premise that we hold on to, the number 10 is seem to be the universal understanding that we are 10. We are number 10. Now, I like this idea, as I said in my previous presentation, because it makes me understand now with that presentation that I can always look at myself and say, okay, well, I'm ready to be fruitful, I'm ready to be replenished, I'm ready to subdue, I'm ready to have dominion, and so on. These were the five. These are, I'm discovering more things about five, which is a representation of Mother Eve. And let me say hi. Okay, so there we are saying, with 10, we are looking at the purest aspect of that which we are. In essence, whether we see it as left, right, up, down, positive, negative, that's what it is. It is. In actual fact, this is also coinciding with the word here, is. This is 9 plus 1 equals 10. And that's what Adam is. Adam just is. And now we are learning that is what it is. We are that. Number 10. Now, of course, on our template, we can see is here 9 to 1. Now, of course, is really telling us quite a lot in that aspect of the number 10. Because to say something is, it doesn't matter whether we want to, we are the ones saying, okay, it is negative, it is positive, it is up, it is cold. But it's just is. It's just that. No matter what stamp we place next to this, it still is 10. So that's what we are looking at. That in that sense, we can shift these elements, manipulate it, magnify it, do whatever it is in our makeup to say, okay, whatever it is that, whatever shape we are giving to it, then we call it that shape. Then we can say it is, and then we add, we say round. It is round. In fact, I think the word round is 8, but meaning it's a twisted round. Okay, now we could say it is square. Square. So basically, we are looking at the word, the number 10 as something is. It's just is before we add anything else to it. That's here we could say that where God said, I am that I am. That is the I am that I am, which equals 5. It's really another shape of that energy before we add anything else. I am that. Now, of course, in the word that, if we were to use another numerical value apart from the 13, which that equals, then we take giving that title another shape. So that's why I'm believing that it's important when we are using I am that, I am as in God or representation of God, that it is good in numerical value or numerical sense to use a vibrational numerical value that matches that. so we can recognize it. Hence, we go back to Emmett Fox so we can become conscious of that reflection of ourselves. Okay, so we are looking at the word is or Adam, for instance. So basically, there is another point now. I had been, I could say, promoting Mother Eve, but let's look at Adam. I'm believing that we need to be looking at Adam here in this equation much closer. So I would have had this perspective of Adam that he had not taken responsibility of that notion or of that idea when God said to him to not eat of the fruit of good or the fruit of the tree of knowledge of good and evil. So I had my issues with Adam, Father Adam, at that stage, because as far as I have read the scriptures, and I have read it, and God had said, "Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed for meat to eat." Oh, and then there was also a law or command or a gift to you. I have blessed you. When the word bless, of course, equals 3, we have done the numerical value. I have blessed you, meaning there is a vibration that has been put in you for that movement to happen, because nothing happens without that free vibration. The word vibrations equals free. So God had blessed Adam and Eve with this number, with that vibration. Hence, we hear about the Trinity. So there was that movement, that energy moving inside of them to becoming. It was seeking to be expressed. That's what 3 does. It's that vibration, it's the key that was necessary for them to be able to replenish, to subdue, to move. This is what it's all about. To be blessed is not just to have. There was the have aspect to it, but they had to replenish, they had to subdue. The last thing they were given to do is to have dominion. That's where they would do everything else, and then they birth that aspect which would be dominion. So Adam had not been shown to say, well, hang about. You gave all of this. If you have given it, you have given it. And you didn't say some of it. You said all of it. I have given you all fruit bearing seed. So, of course, it was clear that the fruit or the tree of knowledge of good and evil, it was a seed bearing tree as well. Otherwise, it would not be passed on to all these generations time and time again. So it has been that seed that has been passed down. Secondly, it was said on the 6th day of creation that God said, everything he done, he saw it was good. He saw it. He saw it. It was good. So hence, there we have an aspect of something that is, it was cut, it was so. So there, in essence, there is an understanding that everything was preordained, we could say. It was set to be that way. In fact, the word set, when we look at in Genesis of chapter 1, verse 17, there is where the word set comes in, and God set. It was, or set the lights, or whatever it was that was set. But on verse 17, we have that word, that's where God set. And 17 equals God. So God set, and there it was 8. 17, 1 plus 7 equals 8. And that's the meaning of the word set. So 8 is, there's everything, it's infinitely whole. But there is still movement in that. It's like our breath that goes in and out. There is a continuous cycle going at taking place. but that's where it's at. That's the motion it takes. Okay, so we are looking at this is 10 and I'm looking at the timer. So we are looking at 10 and there's 10 6 and looking at Adam. So basically, um, when God, this is the point I really want to conclude on, when God looked upon the face of the deep and he saw the waters, the Spirit of God, Spirit, in fact, I think Spirit equals 10 because I am trying to show SPIR, Spirit. Oh, my pad. Okay. So we want to look at mirror and spirit. MIRROR. Okay. So this is 49969. And we see that's what mirror does. The word mirror is actually showing hair in its character of or the formation of the numbers. It is showing its pure character. It births information. That's what it does. So we have 3 4 9s 36. So we've said that 46 and 4 and 6. This 4 plus 6 coincides with Adam. Okay, from 4 to 6. In fact, we'll look at this. It coincides with sacrifice, the whole word of sacrifice. That's what happens. So 46, 4 plus 6 equals 10. Now, I'm looking at these 4 9s in the word mirror. That tells me that it's as if the 4 9s here is a depiction of that we are birthing or have the ability to birth newness from every point of our makeup, from our north, our south, our east, and our west. That's what I am getting. It's as if there is an aspect that tells me as if we have 4. I've been tempted to say this quite a few times and held it back, but it's as if there are 4 phases. And I believe each time I say that, it takes my mind to Revelation or Ezekiel, who speaks about in the Bible, who speaks about the vision of, and the man had 4 faces or 4 heads, but I am seeing there is a reflection. It's as if there are 4 aspects or 4 versions or 4 phases. And of course, I can say 4 phases because they're all north, south, east, and west. When we do the numerical value for these words, I have done presentations on that, it equals 9. So when we do for north, south, east, west and add them together, they equal 9. So the mirror is really saying to us as if there are 4 aspects of that our north, south, east and west. Now, there's the other thing that I also just came to mind. So if I am facing this way, there is a north, south, east and west that way. If I am facing this way, there is also a north, south, east, west on that way and the other way, meaning the mirror is available to us to birth new information and newness no matter which point we turn. And the knot hair is really a depiction of our makeup right here. And oh, this is really delicious. This is delicious. Yeah. So because why I'm saying that, I first made the point about having that 4 aspects, and that's the power of the mirror. That's the power of the mirror. So it begins by telling us how many phases or even faces that we have. Now the word face equals 6. We might as well do this. I know the time is going on, but the word face, FACE, is 6135. When we add these together, 8, 9, and 6 is 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. So face is 6. Basically, this is what I am getting here. It's like saying the 3 vibration that God blessed man with It is here, the Trinity. It's as if they are close together. They are in union. And man recognizes himself in those mirrors and birthing that which he is, and then he sees another reflection of that nine towards the end. It's like having a project, and you have a the visualization, you perhaps do a rough draft, and you perhaps have your next sample, and you realize your potential to be able to do this to perfection, and you think, and then you really birth that masterpiece. Hmm. Isn't that delicious? But first of all, we have this four here, the M, which is also, this is why I'm saying this is delicious, because the four hair is also giving us a depiction of the M, which is that flower. So we have the face, which is 6, face equals 6, and the M here is that flower. So the M is the flower, which it's like saying you need to look at your north, south, east, and west. And it gives us the option to do that. This is the W, the free, and it gives us the options to do this. It's like birthing. It's like saying you can do this as many times as you like. So here, because we are birthing each moment, yes, so we have the ability to do this. When we do it this way, that's E, and here is 3. Here is W, and here is 4. The M. So that is, and we have, of course, little ones, because there are always seeds of that which you are creating, because you have formed a template. Okay. Now, so mirror is very, very powerful. So I'm going to do another presentation on mirror in terms of number 10, because there is so much more to mirror. Of course there is, because that's why we are mirroring each other. I hope you have enjoyed this. I hope you have found this fun. Do join me on the next presentation with mirror, because it is number 10. Okay, thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, leave your comments, and do share, because this is how we do it. We share to actualizing soulful love. Stay blessed, stay bright, be fulfilled, be ignited, because we are planting new seeds. Namaste, and spill over with love.